Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Above the Bar podcast, where each week we belly up to the bar with a new guest, find out what they do, who they are, and what makes them great. So sit back, relax, and enjoy. Alrighty, folks, it's your host, Sean, for the Above the Bar podcast. Well, as we all know, things happen, and I don't know where our guest is. So we'll see what happened here. Jack Treadway was supposed to be on. He may be that actually covert that he couldn't even make the show. So we'll see what happens here. Hopefully he'll show up here in a moment. In the meantime, we can go ahead and get taken care of all those little things, like taking care of our sponsors, taking care of those people that take care of us in the show, and all those kind of things. So as always, folks, we're going to start with the big board over my right shoulder for Sticker and a Cause. That's the way we get a little bit of the word out for everybody, so that all of our different guests and companies, if you've got your own podcast, maybe you've got something you're supporting, something of interest that matters to you, you can reach out to us on Facebook, LinkedIn, YouTube, Twitter, Twitch, Instagram, any location that you can think of. Let us know what it is you've got going on. We'll go ahead and put that here live on the air for other people to see, so that they know what you got happening and they'll see what it is. So again, that's Facebook, LinkedIn, YouTube, Twitch, X, Instagram, you name it, we got it. Whoever's out there watching us right now live on the Above the Bar podcast show, I appreciate you right now. Leave a question or a comment, give us a like. Heck, if you want to be a guest right now, you got a chance, because I don't have nobody. So this is the power of doing a live show. And then we can talk about our sponsors here real quick. Our sponsors are, Robert, you might end up as a guest. You know, you're getting close to retirement. We can do an entire show about what it's like getting ready to retire, changing career paths. And you were in the Army, so that was kind of covert. Nobody knows it. And we'll just talk about that. But gotta love my life. So as I always say, though, we have our sponsors, Budget Blinds of East Greenbush and Budget Blinds of Hudson and Coxsackie, New York. They are your number one window treatment companies in the United States and North America in general. If you reach out to them and tell them you're there to belly up to the bar, they're going to take good care of you. They're going to give you a 15% discount off of all your window treatments just for saying you're there to belly up to the bar. So that's out of the way. I'm really like at this point. So we can talk about a couple of different things while we see if any of our guests are able to make it, or any of our folks that I've reached out to have been able to get a hold of anybody. So let's start with this one. If you're staying up on the news, and we'll just stay with a little bit of news here. I just saw that MLB is going to finally recognize, and let's see how they put this, recognize the records of the Negro League, saying that the stats may be viewed separately and or jointly, players and pitchers pages, no matter how infrequently these individuals may have played, within a team record in a given league and year, within the MLB records for a given year, or by a given league. So they're adding all these in. It was a 3-year program to get this on. If you're watching on my page, thanks for popping in. Tell me who it is so I know who's joining us, because right now it's just me until my guest shows up, or if he even shows up. We're going to see if I can just talk for an hour to myself, or if somebody wants to jump on. But they're saying now that with the adding in of the records from the Negro League at that time, you're going to see a lot of Major League Baseball records are going to go away. And Josh Gibson from the Negro League will now be considered probably the top person ever to play baseball. He's got the records, he's got the numbers. He played for the Grays. The guy's numbers, I'm trying to see if I can find his stats. The league ran from 1920 to 1948. Where is his stats at? Because I was looking at him earlier today, and just he was a power hitter, considered the greatest slugger in their league history, also known as Cool Papa Bell. Uh, where's his numbers at? He died at the age of 35 in 1947, and he was now he's the MLB's all-time career leader in batting average, slugging percentage, and on-base plus slugging percentage. Also holds the all-time single-season record in all three categories. Like, this is a dude that, when you start adding those numbers in, there's no comparison to what he did. But I'm curious, if you're out there watching us live right now, how do you feel about them adding those two leagues and those players not playing together? Does it taint the records? Does it change things about those records? Should they be kept separate, or should they be together? I'm always curious what people think about those kind of things. Let's see. What else we got going on? So that was a piece of pretty interesting news that I thought was up there. What else is out there? I'm just gonna talk. I have to fill 54 more minutes. Dear God, please, someone join me on the show. What's Nathan doing? Nathan, I always like everybody's like, yeah, look, man, if you're short for a guest, let me know on the show. And they're always willing to pop up. But now I'm having one of those moments. Rob's enjoying this because he's like, he finally gets to see a Marine sweat a little bit, and I don't sweat, brother. That's what bourbon's for. Keeps you from sweating. Which some of the other big news that I saw. Did anybody see the golfer? What was his name? The one that committed suicide over the weekend. Pretty tragic situation. 30 years old. Let's see, what was his name? What the heck was his name? I watched some of the information about it over the weekend. Grayson Murray, just super sad situation. Two-time tour winner. Look, folks, if you're having troubles, man, reach out to somebody. I don't really know how else to address it. I'm just looking to tell folks, like, you gotta be willing to reach out, talk to someone, do those kind of things. It's a tough one. I'm doing a lot of umming right now. Let's see who else is out there. I'm trying to think of who else that I have in my phone that I know that has been guests on the show that we can just reach out to and see if they're willing to jump on right now. And if you know anybody who you think's, nope, maybe, let's see, Patrick's going to be jumping on. So if you remember Patrick W. Cutler, folks, good buddy of mine. There's my buddy Corey. He's popping on. Corey, you get to watch me run a solo right now. We're going to get Patrick's going to jump on. That'll save the day a little bit. If you don't remember, listen, Robert, April is not I can't 9 times out of 10 get her to come around the camera and just say hello to folks, let alone jump on an episode. I wish she would. I would probably, my ratings would go through the roof and everyone would watch, and then they would wonder why my mug is on here when my wife's face could be on here. Trust me, it would be quickly it would go south. So I truly wish you would. I bet you do hit the look. I listen. I am a true baritone. There is no high notes in here. I'm telling you, like, they would be more than happy to see her and not stare at this mug, But I think my beard's better than hers, though. I mean, I guess that's a matter of opinion. Look, everybody's showing up now, and I appreciate everybody popping up because it was a great title. What's up, Edward? It was a great title for an episode. I was really excited for it, and hopefully maybe the guy will still pop in. I would love to talk to him. You can still check his book, Jack's book out. Like I said before, he's, great, amazing career. Definitely some information I'd love to know more about with the guy. Navy SEAL, currently working a JROTC program. He was a Naval Air Force Office of Investigations. Uh, no hard feelings. I guess he doesn't have a social media presence, so it was kind of hard to make sure of staying in touch with him and his group. And that's how I look at most of these things. If you're out there, lose the Ravens banner, brother. You cannot lose that Ravens banner. That is, listen to me. That is the land of milk and honey. When you finally realize that that silver star from the Cowboys just can't make it happen. That is a perennial. Like, there's nothing more disappointing than, I think, being a Cowboys fan in sports. Like, that's like being a Mets fan. Every season starts off with the same hopes and dreams that you're going to do something, and you've traded for somebody, or you received somebody, or there's some player out there that it's like, this is going to make it happen for us. And then all of a sudden, it just doesn't happen. They don't make it. Doesn't work that way. Doesn't happen that way. I am looking forward to my Ravens season, though, with Patrick Ricard as fullback. I mean, that running game for the Ravens now is just going to be too much for most teams to even handle. I mean, looking at that depth chart right now, Derrick Henry, Justice Hill behind him with Patrick Ricard as fullback. I mean, 1-2 receivers, Zay Flowers and Rashard Bateman. And then Lamar, Lamar being the quarterback. And this is all saying he's dropped a lot of weight over the offseason. And then you have, I can't think of the backup's name, but I mean, that's going to be a tough one here, but I'm highly looking forward to it. But back to our guest. Like I said, hopefully the gentleman's doing all right. It was nothing crazy. Just he's got a crap team that didn't get him the information. And I'm okay with saying that. Nothing against him, but that was their responsibility. We can talk a little bit about bourbon also. Who else? Let's see. Got a good bourbon tonight. We're drinking a little High West bourbon, blended straight. Pretty good stuff. Park City, Utah. It might be a Mormon bourbon. I couldn't tell you. So, Robert, I appreciate you sticking this one out. Wait till, gosh, actually, what else is in the news? Let's see. Let me just do that. Let's Google what is the top news story today. I've never done this. Jurors in the Trump hush money trial and first day of deliberation. Judge Alito tells congressional Democrats he won't recuse over flag. I don't even know what's going on there. Top Biden aide signals openness to letting Ukraine strike Russia. Iceland volcano concerns for town of, if you can even pronounce this, Grandavik after new eruptions. Department of Justice charges Chinese national with operating world's largest botnet. Are you with me? Biden and Harris launch black voter outreach. So those are your top stories right now. Yep. 9 killed in series of Russian strikes in war battered Ukraine. 7-year-old girl drowns in swimming pool of Mumbai resort. Blinken says Israel needs post-war plan as quickly as possible. And video, woman lies down on road, asks Delhi cops to arrange hotel for her. So those are all our top stories. It's all, Robert, I'm not even a Trump supporter in any way, shape, or form. I think he's a turd. I think Biden's a turd. I think, either one of them, and I don't play the lesser of two evil games. But what I will tell you is you can't logically tell me that all these politicians in these individual states going after him is not politically motivated. And you gotta, these people have to be concerned that, like, if he ends up in office, it is all bad for everybody. Like, he's coming for all of them. So, and so I'm going to take an unpopular view and a popular view. And I'm going to play both sides of the coin and try not to sound, well, Nate, here, hold on. Let's see if I can get this to work. Messenger. Hold on, Nate. Nathan. Send. Check your messenger. Oh, crap. That didn't work. Hold on, Nate. Facebook. Hold on 1 second, Nate. Da-na-na-na. Let's see if Nate. This will always be fun because Nate has the worst internet in the world. He's the only guy I know he takes two hamsters and rubs them together to get any internet. So here's what I'm going to tell you, Robert. So overall, I blame every Axis country for what's going on in Israel. 100% blame the Axis nations. If you don't, you've never read a history book. I completely blame them. There's no way in the world that they could have survived a 3-day war without our support. There was a Palestinian that was considered as Palestine pre-occupation, after pre-Second World War, all those kind of things. So you basically just have these Axis powers that came in and said, we got enough juice. We're going to just take this from them, whether they like it or not. And we're going to put our stuff there, and we're going to put somebody there that's going to be friendly to us because we really need this oil. So I'm going to tell you, that's my first finger pointing. That's where I go. Second, though, I don't blame their level of retaliation. And the reason I don't blame their level of retaliation, I don't fault, like, hey, probably 90% of the people in Palestine are like, bro, I ain't got nothing to do with this. I'm just trying to live my life and be happy. It ain't their fault. But I'm going to tell you right now, I don't blame their response because we've been at war for close to 20 years over the towers. I mean, let's be realistic. You know, who are we to say anything to another nation about how they react? And that whole court system with the ISS and saying, oh, you know, they're no longer, you know, are we going to follow this? Look at that ruggedly handsome face. What happened to your facial hair?
What?
What happened to your facial hair? Like, how did your face get so big?
Got rid of it.
I've never seen that much face. My God. But yeah, Robert, I mean, that's my take on it. I don't blame their response. I don't, I'm not over there, but at the same time, I don't blame Palestine either for fighting back and being like, this is bullshit. And I blame the Western nations for making it happen. If, it was our guilt that said, hey, we should give these people back. We should give these people back some land so that they have a spot that they can live on. And, then people are going to be like mad that the people that were already there are pretty pissed. And, yeah, they didn't start it. Right. Like, it's the weirdest thing. Like, neither side started this. Neither one of the sides started it. And they just kind of got dropped in. It's almost like those videos where you see people take like 2 spiders or like those camel spiders or 2 like a mongoose and a cobra, and they drop them into a pit and they're like, let's see what happens here. Well, that's what we did. We had one that was already there, and then we just turned around and we dropped another mortal enemy into the exact same pit and then went, wonder what's going to happen here. And then we got mad. Then people would be like, oh, I can't believe this. Nathan, are you still there?
Yeah, I'm here.
What'd you do? Just cut your video off?
Yeah, my videos, the quality's not that great because there's a storm coming through.
Nathan, you cannot blame the weather every time your video quality sucks. You can't. You are in the mountains of West Virginia. You need to, you got to come down out of the mountains.
Mountains of Maryland.
Look, that far into Maryland, you're really in West Virginia. You know that, right? Like, how long would it take you to drive to West Virginia from where you're at?
Not that long by a four-wheeler.
By four-wheeler, it wouldn't take you that long. Like, you're in West Virginia, bro. And hopefully Patrick's going to jump on here in a minute. He was giving me some pretty interesting news of some of the things he's got going on with Redgate still making things happen. And he might have an opportunity to interview Merle Hodges.
Yeah, Redgate's picking back up.
That's doing great for him. Now, you've been doing some paranormal stuff lately, haven't you, brother?
Yes, I have.
So tell everybody about what you got going on paranormal-wise again.
Well, some of the stuff I can talk about and some I can't.
Well, tell us what you can talk about. And folks, if you're just joining us, popping on right now, and you're expecting to see me talking to Mr. Treadway about all the things he has going on and all the covert operations and things of that nature, and you're like, hey, what's going on here? Where's he at? And not on here. Hey, I really apologize. I don't know what happened, but we wish him all the best in the world, and hopefully we can get something rescheduled. But so tell us what you can and can't talk about there, Nate. You there, Nate? Did we completely lose Robert? See, this is why you got to watch them mountain people, them hill people. They who knows what they've got going on, and it's tough to deal with them. So, I mean, like the hills have eyes kind of a situation here with him. Nate, if you can come back to us, Nate, please come back to us. Can't unmute your guest. They chose to mute themselves. Okay. He could currently be eating.
I'm here.
Well, you were muted.
I didn't do it.
All right. So tell everybody about what you got going on, brother.
I'm in the process of starting my own paranormal TV show.
Okay.
It just takes time going to locations and filming.
But what's the angle you're taking? I mean, there's a lot of paranormal shows out there. What's going to make this one different?
More scientific.
How would you say it's going to be more scientific?
More, I wanted to make it more old scientific type investigations versus all the current modern,
like give me an example
tools that have been forgotten about.
Give me an example of some of the stuff you're going to be working on.
I really can't do that.
Well, you can tell me some of the scientific stuff you guys are going to be using. Why can't I hear about that?
Well, just like people stop using compasses, and I want to start using that more.
So what's a compass got to do with paranormal investigation?
The magnetic pull.
So okay, so just following, like, hey, is the compass going wild, spinning around, or something like that?
Right.
Now, what's that got to do with paranormal stuff?
And when it starts spinning, the supernatural can also set it off too.
How about that technique? I know I talked to Candy about it before, and hopefully maybe she can jump on. But that one where they put the headphones on, they block their eyes, and they just
right.
You gonna try any of that kind of stuff?
Something like that.
So I'm highly interested in that one. Like that to me is the one where I'm like, That's some super wicked, like high level kind of stuff when it comes to.
And that's who I'll be working with too, is Candy.
Oh, really? I just sent her a message, see what she had going on. Maybe she had a moment.
She's busy right now, I believe.
Yeah. She's working a real job. I understand. But I just sent her a message, so maybe she'll have a moment and can jump on. So this TV series, is this something that you're working with Patty on?
I don't exactly know which way I'm gonna go with it. That might be a possible avenue for it.
Would you be willing to do a paranormal investigation OnlyFans page? Just nothing but you, OnlyFans style paranormal investigation. Would you do it? Tell me now, Nathan.
I hate to cut this short, but my service is acting up big time.
You can't run for me when I ask that question, Nathan. You can't run for me. How about this question then? Is there any of the pro wrestlers that you've met, I know, that you're talking to? Because that would be more interesting to me, is getting pro wrestlers, whether they're indie circuit or former WWE stars, NWA, TWA, or any of those kind of stars to jump on. Look, I just got a paranormal investigator to jump on and join us. Look, so what do you think? Could you get any of those, Nate, to jump on with you and do paranormal investigations that way?
Well, we got a paranormal investigator right now, right down there.
Yeah, look, Patrick is my, and for those of you that don't know, Patrick W. Cutler, director of Redgate Films, he is the bad Napoleon. If you ever go on to TikTok and you see this gentleman and you're like, that looks like Napoleon Dynamite, you would realize that it's Patrick W. Cutler, the bad Napoleon. He's got some things hopefully he can talk to us about here shortly. But and see, this is what's great about my show, folks. And I'm going to plug all these guys. Our guest didn't make it. It took me all of 3 messages to make sure I was covered. The show was covered. We're taken care of. These are the guys that take care of me. Anytime they ever need anything, they know they have my platform to use for them, and they make sure I'm taken care of. Now, I don't know what Patrick, what is spray painted on that sheet behind you?
It was a Napoleon Dynamite backdrop. So then I want to do like a bad Napoleon thing. So then I
that is
red on it.
Great.
Yeah.
I recently seen Patrick Cutler on the ESPN highlight.
What? You made it to ESPN, bro?
Napoleon making his rounds.
Yeah.
What is the title of it?
That was the Atlanta Falcons game. They hired me to go on Atlanta Falcons, hired me down and go down.
That's amazing. I love every bit of what you just said.
No, it was cool.
Shoot, what if I could? I have a sick kiddo. Oh, well, hey, look, folks, go follow Candy. Candy, she is amazing. Let me send her a message. You are still amazing, and I thank you for even thinking of had a guest go ghost. I think that's perfect. What do you think, Nathan? Telling Candy I had a guest go ghost. Is that a perfect thing to tell her? So
I don't know.
I think she'll get it, but she gets the joke, though. I think she will get the joke.
Yeah, she would.
Well, here's my question. So, Patrick, can we talk about some of the... All right, so wait, okay, before I get myself too far. All right, so Nathan, what do you think of my concept for a show? And I want to get Patrick's idea. Nathan's into the paranormal investigation. Patrick's into the paranormal investigation. A paranormal investigation show where you bring pro wrestlers, these big meathead, jumping off of tight ropes, nothing seems to scare them kind of guys and gals on
CM Punk's already into that.
Right, I hear you. Like those guys are into it, but bringing those kind of guys to paranormal investigations in their getup.
That would be cool. I'm good friends with Ryback, who used to wrestle.
Are you really?
On TikTok? I've been on TikTok. He's a streamer like me. We stream together. We battle together on TikTok. You guys don't know what battles are. It's how you make.
We got to talk about that, Patrick.
Yeah, I'm friends with Ryback. He doesn't answer DMs or whatever, but when I'm live streaming, we'll battle each other all the time and talk. He's a chill dude. But yeah,
I wish Candy was here because I would love to ask her because I'm talking to her on the other screen over here. But what do you think? Like that, I think. Oh, Justin dropped off. But I think that would be an amazing concept where we have pro wrestlers and they have to go like into known haunted locations. What do you think, Patrick?
I think that would be cool. I like that concept. Yeah.
I think it would work.
I like that idea. Yeah, I think that'd be cool.
All right, so I'll send you the link. Let's see if my buddy because we might have and I think both of you would appreciate this. Let's see here. I don't know how I'm going to do this. Let's see. My best friend when I was in the Army was from us. I already know that, Robert. I was reading another one. So if we might have a moment here, gentlemen. I'm going to bring it another like legit. Let's see. We're just going to stack this one up because this gets to be one of those. We're going to call this episode Hard Left Turn. What do you guys think about that?
Let's do
it. Because this is what most of my shows are is we make hard left turns. So we're going to call this one Hard Left Turn. But if I can, my buddy Isais just messaged me, and he is the current drummer for Black Flag.
Oh, wow. That's cool.
Yeah, he's a good dude. He's a great dude. But if we can get him to come on, he's another one. That would be another one I would like to see. Not necessarily like, I don't want like celebrities like Jennifer Aniston or Robert De Niro. Like, I don't want that A-level celebrity. I want that celebrity.
What about like football stars?
Like that's what I want. I want to see athletes, like these guys that like you think are like Billy Badasses and musicians that are playing like hardcore bands, and they have to go on paranormal investigations.
That'd be freaking cool.
Like, would that not be a fun show to watch?
I think it'd be good. I watched the hell out of it.
I would definitely, you know, and you gotta, and not like you got to get them with those guys. What the fuck are you eating, Patrick?
So
did you just open an entire block of cheese?
Oh, they're at the gas station. They're like these pepper jack cheese things. They're like a square of it.
What, Patrick? That's like a loaf of cheese.
That's good.
What are you eating? Like you're such a Steelers fan.
I'm doing wine and cheese tonight. Wine and cheese.
Well, there you go. It's because he's a Steelers fan.
Steelers fan. It just shows.
I think you're gonna tell me right now, if the Chicago Bears have better Super Bowl odds than the Steelers, you're insane.
Do they? Wait a sec. Hold on.
They do.
Wait a sec. I got to look that up. So you're telling me right now, currently, the Bears' odds are better.
Yeah, he is right. That's what he said.
Okay, hold on a sec.
I've seen his stat.
If Pittsburgh had a quarterback last year, they were a contender. Like, they could beat actual teams. They have two quarterbacks this year. It's like they're not on the level of Pat Mahomes, obviously, but that defense is ridiculously good. Like,
as of May 29th, the Chicago Bears' odds of winning the Super Bowl listed at 4,000 plus, and have the Bears at a minus 110 in terms of just qualifying for the postseason. But that was in May. All right, so let's see what the Steelers are. What are the Squealers at? Holy shit! They're but you know what? They're a 5,000 for the Super Bowl, but they're 186 to make the playoff.
You got to understand too that they didn't get Derrick Henry.
Now, if we're going to make a left turn into this for a moment, here's what I'll throw out as a question. What are your thoughts though that because we're all AFC North guys, that the AFC North schedules are absolutely insane.
They're insane. I felt last year though that we had some really easy games on our schedules last year. There are some cupcake games for like the AFC North teams, a lot of them. Besides playing each other,
Not the Ravens.
Yeah, the Ravens had a shitty schedule. Like we were in with dude, we're opening the season with Kansas City on Thursday night.
Yeah. Well, like this upcoming year, yeah, all the schedules for the AFC North are tough. But
Cleveland has the hardest schedule they're considering this year.
Yeah, I also think those schedule ratings can be overrated because like years when the Steelers have a terrible schedule, they won't make the playoffs. But then they'll have a really tough schedule, and then they'll just cruise through. You don't know how some of these teams are going to be. You don't know if Joe Burrow is going to be healthy. You don't know if you don't know a lot of these.
You don't know anything
Yeah.
when it comes to that. Now, because I know we're all three armchair quarterbacks, except for Patrick, who, actually plays one on TV. Right on that mountain. God.
You mean he plays one on Facebook?
But here's a question for you. Do you think any ref worth his weight in salt is actually going to call the rugby tackle? Or any of them? Or is that just a wasted rule?
I think it's a waste. I don't know. I think the NFL has made the league so hard to rep with all these different rules that it's way more difficult than it was before. It's weird, and they don't like to determine games anymore. But
No.
yeah, it's weird. Like the NFL refereeing is so open now.
I saw something during the season, and I had to agree with it. All the technology in the NFL, all the different things we have going on, they can from a replay standpoint, truly 360 degrees in many cases, spin that camera around and see everything that's going on. But we have two dudes with a set of chains and sticks on the sideline to determine the placement of the ball.
Oh yeah.
Like where does that like at what point is it like it's like they're just chain links. Like
why if you can see it digitally everywhere, why do you need the chain gang?
Right.
Yeah,
like it doesn't make any sense to me. Like can we get rid of that? Like it doesn't make any sense to me.
Just like home plate umpires calling balls and strikes in baseball. It's like we have the technology that you can have a strike zone digitally.
Oh, that's a good one. So now look, and I've seen some stuff where they've done it. Now I'm gonna imagine that you're a Pirates fan.
Yes,
Patrick.
Yeah.
And look, for as much as I can't stand any team from Pittsburgh, I do love the fact that you're a homer.
Yeah.
Did you see the infield rule double play with the Orioles the other day?
I didn't see it.
So I don't remember who they were playing.
Wasn't it Boston?
No, it wasn't Boston. It was interleague play. It was like
okay.
So
it's right after we finished up the Boston series.
Right. So it was Sox. It was a Sox. No, it wasn't interleague because it was the Sox. The guy hits the ball in the infield. Second baseman goes to catch it, but he has to go around the batter. Just has to walk, like he basically trots around the batter. Gets around him, gloves up, catches it. It's an out. Second runner was heading back to second base. Ref or the umpire or the ref goes out. Double play infield rule interference. Said that the batter got in the way of the player for the infield rule and called it a second out double play. Even as an O's fan, I was like, wow. What? I'm be curious. Neither one of you saw it, but just hearing that. Now, one side of me says, hey, the guy couldn't wasn't paying attention to the play, is that his fault? He didn't pay attention to the play, or should he be more attentive to where that guy was at heading back?
Should have been paying attention to the play.
What do you think, Patrick? Now, you're not an O's fan, so I'd love the outside thought on this.
He should have been paying attention to the play. Like that's a bizarre call. That is weird.
I'm curious. I almost feel like I don't think it should have been a double. I don't think it should have been a double play. I mean, it was 9th inning, 2 outs already. It ended the game. What is that? No, Nathan, are you in the middle of a rainstorm?
Yeah. Told you.
I can hear that. So
Was this yesterday?
no, this was let me see if
5 days ago. White Sox lose on Thursday.
Yeah. So you found it? Are you watching the play? Watch the play, and I want to get your opinion on it.
You should have been watching that play.
I want Patrick to take a look at it. I don't know if Nathan can. Nathan, if you rub the two hamsters together for your internet, can you get cable?
No, they ain't putting cable out this way.
They've never ran cable out there. That's very
No.
interesting. You have HughesNet, don't you?
No. I have Wi-Fi.
But how do you get Wi-Fi? Isn't it through cable?
It's through a tower, and they bounce it off dishes.
I love you, Nathan. I just want you to know that. You
Hey, it took them a long time to get this out here.
I mean, I can still remember when Baltimore City didn't have cable.
Yeah.
We would go to my grandmother's house, and you would think that Baltimore City would have cable, and then all of a sudden, no cable in Baltimore City at all. See,
But I know that play you're talking about, and he just should have been paying attention to
what do you
that
think,
play.
Pat? Did you watch the play? Are you still watching?
it? I can kind of see it. I guess they called him out for. They're calling him out for.
All right, so I think
It's weird.
I just got a message from Isaiah. He's going to make it. So let's see. I need to get some opinions here. What do you think of this for a good opener? Listening. Let me double check something here. Settings, audio. All right, we're good. If Isaiah comes on, what do you think of this for an opener?
Sure, I killed firstborns while my mama's watch. I turned cities into salt. I even, when I feel like, rip the souls from all girls, and from now till kingdom come, the only thing you can count on in your existence is never understanding why.
What do you think of that one?
I like that. I think that's good.
That's a pretty good
That's
one.
a good one.
How about this one?
You know, I got tiger blood, man.
I love that one.
My buddy keeps sending me that
What's that? I got tiger blood.
Tiger Blood Charlie Sheen thing.
I love that. Here's one.
Well, hello.
I got to use that one more often. I feel like
I am on a
Yeah.
drug. It's called Charlie Sheen.
this is actually Patrick's.
I am on a drug. It's called Charlie Sheen.
Man shouldn't butt into anything that ain't his own affair.
That's my opinion for everything. This one might be a little too long. This is every time Nathan comes on. This is what I just want to play in the background because my entire internet fucks up the second he gets on and starts talking about ghost shit. Patrick, you're gonna pick yourself a bald spot. Stop it.
That'd be a good one for Patrick also.
Patrick, you're gonna pick a bald spot. Knock it off. Or you could just do this one. Oh, it's not working.
Well, baby sister, I don't think you can get $50.
That's what I say every time I look at Patrick and he tells me he's starting his own OnlyFans page.
Well, baby sister, I don't think you can get $50.
Napoleon gonna have an OnlyFans page. That's scary.
That would be amazing. hold on, Patrick.
An
Hear me out.
OnlyFans page?
Because you do understand, you could do this, right? You could do a bad Napoleon OnlyFans page, just listening to people like send you messages like doing adult movie poses as Napoleon Dynamite. You don't have to be even naked, just doing the poses.
That might.
Dude, I think it's a thing. Looking back
It
over
would
your
sell.
shoulder, dude, looking back over your shoulder, dressed as Napoleon Dynamite with a vote for Pedro shirt.
I can possibly see that.
All right, here we go. Here it is, right now, joining us, and this is just for you, my brother. Oh, look at that! He's got Metallica guilt. This is for you, my brother.
Sure, I kill firstborns while my mamas watch. I turn these into salt. I even, when I feel like it, rip the souls from little girls, and from now till kingdom come, the only thing you will count on in your existence is never understanding why.
Ladies and gentlemen, joining us. Where'd
Oh,
Patrick
no.
go? Everybody just dropped off. Hold on a sec. Everybody ran when he showed up. The baddest ass drummer that I know. Where did they go? Where did you go? Nathan said I got kicked off by the storm. Brother from another mother, the baddest drummer I know. Brother, what is going on out on the left coast?
How are you?
I just thought about something. What city are you in out there?
I'm in Houston right now.
Oh, you're in fucking Houston. I'm going to Cali in August.
Oh, dude. What time in August? We got to figure something out. Wait, my headphones aren't working.
Okay. So I'm going out.
Is this better or
You sound good. You sound great.
okay?
So I'm flying out August 1st. We're flying out, me and my 6-year-old, he'll be 7 at that point. We're going to fly out. My old CO from the Marine Corps is retiring. So we're going to fly out. My cousin's out there, and we're going to get out there on the 1st. Retirement's on the 2nd, and then we're flying back on the 4th.
Oh, dude, that's a quick turnaround.
It is. Well, because I still got a company to run out here.
Oh, come on. Assign someone to it.
Right. The only someone I have is my wife.
Oh, okay. So she's assigning you to it. Got it.
Yeah. Well, what's funnier is she's going to be in Dallas that week.
Oh,
So
okay.
she's flying into Dallas to do some training on for drapery, because we do the window treatments now, and she's going to fly into Dallas and learn all about window treatments and drapery, and so we can sell more drapery.
Dude, right now Dallas and most of Texas is going to need it after these storms that just came through.
Dude,
So,
you guys are getting wore out there.
Oh, yeah. It's like apocalypse now. It's awesome.
Only you. Only you. Yeah, it's great. It's apocalypse now.
Yeah. It just, we'll figure it out. Sink or swim, natural selection. I don't know, one of those. But,
So what project you working on now, brother?
man, I am on my way tomorrow to Philly to play with Leon the Third. Super excited about that. Yeah, so we'll be in Philadelphia Friday, New York, and then back to Philly, and then Richmond, Virginia. So
you're going the wrong direction.
I know. I was like, oh, maybe, just maybe.
If you were just coming this way, like going to SPAC or Northern Lights or Mass Mocha or something like that, but I'm gonna make you. I think I'll make you jealous. I'm because you're one of my music guys.
Come on.
I think you'll appreciate this. We're going July 14th. I've got really good seats, almost front row seats for Marcus King.
Yeah.
I love
Dude.
that dude.
Oh yeah, man.
He to me is the new Johnny Lang. Do you remember Johnny Lang?
Oh yeah. Yeah.
He's like the new Johnny Lang. Like you hear this voice and you're like, oh, I'm about to see an 85-year-old black man playing three strings on a guitar, and you're like, this is a 12-year-old chubby white guy. What's going on here?
Yeah, dude, Johnny Lang sure did have that. Like,
oh yeah, absolutely.
You heard, and then even the name, you're like, okay, there's some wisdom to that, and then it's like a 20-year-old just
like he. A lot of people found him through Blues Brothers 2000. That was the movie he was in.
Dude, nice. Mm-hmm. And when's this?
July 14th, we're going to see him.
Oh, yeah.
And it was one of those ones where I told my wife, I'm super excited. I'm like, babe, we're going to go see Marcus King. And she's like, who? I'm like, Marcus King. It's going to be amazing.
Yeah.
And she's like, I don't even know who you're talking about.
Oh, I'm sure she's gonna love it once. Well,
we were just in Baltimore over the past long weekend, and during the trip, I just was like, okay, name device. I'm not gonna say it because it'll start doing it. Yeah. And I was like, play Marcus King, and it was like playing Marcus King, and it just started running through his library of music, and she's like, this guy's amazing.
Oh, sweet.
I'm like, yes, he's absolutely outstandingly amazing.
Yeah, man.
And then my kid finally got to see doggone, gosh, my brain's not working. Tyler Childers, because I've already seen him. My kid finally got to see Tyler. So, and he's like, Dad, he's really good. I'm like, no shit, kid. No shit.
Dude, yeah, man.
So
I've been keeping up with your posts and I see some of those pictures. I'm like, the coolest dad ever. This is great.
I try. I try. We did the Baltimore Zoo over the weekend. That was a lot of fun. The little guy dug that, took mom out, went to the Baltimore Zoo.
Yeah.
It was a good time. It was definitely the only thing that, this is going to make me sound like a horrible dad for a minute. I kind of wish I didn't have the little guy with us. Like, I know he loved it and all that.
At the zoo?
At the zoo, check it out. Baltimore Zoo does it's called Brew in the Zoo.
Oh.
How great is this? For $70, you get like a metal souvenir cup.
Yeah.
And you can walk around the entire zoo, and there's drinking stations inside of the zoo and for the $70, it's all you can drink.
That's dangerous,
dude. Like, I could be the one throwing shit at monkeys before it's all over.
Like the banter is back.
Like me and the monkey, like, oh, you got a problem, dude? You got a problem with me? I got a problem with you. And then, like, I'm trying to throw things at the monkey.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, thank goodness you had your kid, right?
Yeah, like I had my kid with me, so I had to be like, dude, so let me tell you what Dad used to do when I was a kid, and we used to come to the same zoo. We had so much fun. I went straight into dad mode. I'm like, is this fun, son? Is this great for you? What did you think of the mariachi band I sent you? Oh, did I just lose Isais? Oh gosh, we lost Isais. Where'd he go? Listen, I don't know what's going on with the internet, but the internet is taking me out right now, folks. Oh, there he goes.
Are you there?
I'm here. What happened there?
I can't hear anything.
I can hear you. I can hear you sound good. You're muted. Now you're unmuted. You're good. You're good. I can hear you. It's not working. But yeah. Can you hear me? So Robert can hear you too. I love Robert. Robert sticks with me through thick and thin. You might have to check your audio settings. Check your audio. I can hear you. I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Yo.
Yes. No. Good. Maybe. No. See this? Listen, internet. Don't mess with me and Isaiah. We only get limited.
Hear me?
I can hear you. I can hear you. I can hear you. You're good. I can hear you.
I can't hear you.
Oh, that sucks.
This is great.
Bullshit. So I can talk shit on Isaiah right now, and he can't hear me.
What's awesome is you're going to be telling me anything right now. And, and if you give me a thumbs up, be like, right?
Yeah. Isaiah, it's absolutely amazing.
Yeah.
You
I
look
can't
like
hear a
shit right
thing.
now.
Oh, gosh.
You look like shit right now.
What is happening?
Maybe you should log off and log back on. Log off and log
Go
back
out,
on.
leave, and come back? Yeah? Okay. I'm going to do that. I'll be right back.
Okay. Oh, folks, I miss talking to Isaiah. Him and I could probably do this on a regular daily basis. Oh, dude, I may have to rename this the shit show. This is absolutely amazing. What the hell's going on? Oh, because this is absolutely amazing to me. Let's see.
Yes?
Isaiah, can you hear me?
Yes, I can.
Look, that's so great. Because I was doing thumbs up and being like, you look like shit right now. And you couldn't do nothing. And what was funny is you were sitting there saying, like, you could be saying anything and I can't do nothing. That's the level of humor that we have, you know, folks. And you would think that Isaiah and I have, like, every day for the last, like, years have talked to. We've done this once before.
That's right.
But we talk on a regular through social media. And I'm telling you, if the brother lived closer, we'd get each other in trouble.
Oh, it would be bad. We would be at the zoo all the time.
People would be like, "Did you bring your dad with you?" Like, shut up. Shut the. They'd be like, "God, he looks so old. Your dad. What's going on with him? It's just leave him alone."
Can you imagine us being banned from the zoo?
Oh, dude, that would be so cool. Like, how great would that be of a story to be like? So what happened? So my bum leg went out when I was trying to run from the zoo security, but Isaiah made it to the gate, but he couldn't figure out how to open it.
And I could hear him. So he was just throwing these cans.
Run! You can do it! I got you.
Yeah.
So have you heard the new greatest phrase that you can say to somebody?
No.
Now, you remember, like, when people would be like, "Hey, dude, you look good, but no gay, man." You remember that? Like, people would say that.
Oh gosh, I think I know what you're gonna say.
No Diddy. You heard that? No Diddy. Dude, I watched a video. A guy, like, some random dude walked up to a guy and kissed him on the top. Did I send that to you? Kissed the dude on the top of the head. And he was like, "Dude, what are you doing? No Diddy."
It hurts.
Like, dude, I laughed so hard when that dude was like, "No Diddy."
Yeah.
Oh, it was one of the best that I've heard in a long time. Like, I now want to say that to people, but I feel like in mixed company, people would be like, "What did you say?"
Yeah.
Hey, dude, no Diddy.
No
like,
Diddy.
like, what are you saying to me? Like, no, just like, we're good. No Diddy.
But you have to keep going. So they
you just gotta keep going. Like when they're like, "What does that even mean?" Be like, we're good, man. Look, no Diddy.
We're no Diddy.
Yeah. Like, I don't even understand that. No Diddy. so Robert's like, "What does it mean?" So here, Sean Diddy Combs, P. Diddy, Puff Daddy, all the trouble he's gotten into. And I mean, we're talking like you'll have to, I don't even know how to explain it.
It's not good.
It's not good from he might have been leading the parade on Epstein Island at one point in time. To things that other celebrities where he's there. Did you see the one? God, we're getting close to the hour already. I love it. Did you see the thing with him and the dad from what was the show with Urkel?
Family Matters.
Family Matters. Did you see the thing about him and the dad from Family Matters?
Which, by the way, was also the cop in Die Hard.
Yes.
Christmas movie.
Right. That's a whole conversation. That's a whole, because if that's a Christmas movie, Goonies or Gremlins is a Christmas movie.
Absolutely. Why wouldn't it be?
Just because it happened at Christmas time, it's a Christmas movie?
Isn't that how Christmas happens?
Fair argument. Fair argument. Fair argument. I'll give it to you. I'll give it to you. Fair argument with that. But so Robert, saying no Diddy is like back in the day, like you might have even done it in the Army, where a dude was like, "Hey man, you look good in your uniform, no homo," and people would say that. Folks, I'm just saying what the slang was at the time. I'm not
Back
anything.
in the day.
And that's kind of what like saying no Diddy is like. Hey, dude, what are you doing, man? Like, don't touch me like that. No Diddy. That's kind of like what you're saying now at this point. Am I getting it right, Isais?
I think so, but I think like the no Diddy just like takes it up to another level because
It would definitely is at another
lot.
level because he's done a lot. Like
Yeah.
we're hearing like I just found out I was watching something. It was another celebrity, and you know how people talked about like Diddy parties were like this thing. So did you know that there was levels to the Diddy party? I just learned about this. So you had, like, you and I might have got invited to a Diddy party, but we had to stay outside of the house. Then there was people who were allowed in the house, and they were different than people that were allowed outside the house.
Yeah.
You were like a special kind of celebrity if you got in the house.
Yeah.
So that's like
creepy.
Yeah, like that's a different one, man. Like,
yeah.
Like I was like, oh, I gotta know. See, you and I really should catch up more because like there's so many guests that like we've had. I had a gentleman on the other day. Did you see the guy? Like 12 million downloads of his version of Hallelujah.
No, I missed that one.
Like he gosh, let me go through
like
he
the
did a cover.
Buckley?
Yeah, he did a cover of Hallelujah. And when he
Jeff
did
Buckley's
his
Hallelujah.
right. Like
okay.
Like if the guy who just passed away, Hallelujah. You know what I'm talking about? Like the one who made the song.
I think so. Yeah. Jeff Buckley. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
So he did a cover of it. Let's see if I can find it. He did a cover of it, and his name is James Norkowicz. And James is an amazing musician in and of itself. Like when you start gathering his catalog, he's like an older version of you, but with a piano. Like one of these guys where you're like
terrible guy.
Just a horrible human being. Not even Jesus loves him. Horrible human being. But I digress. But he's one of these kind of guys, and maybe that's what we'll do. We'll have to find a time where I can get him and you on at the same time, and I can sit back and listen to the two of you talk about music and not understand any of it. But he did a version of that, and he just did the music to it. Like he just played the piano music to it, and he had redone like his own arrangement to it. A Irish classical singer, beautiful voice, reached out to him and said, "Can I use your music and re-sing the whole song?"
Whoa,
dude! Like 12 million downloads.
Gosh, he probably got like a whole $2 for
like
that.
$250.
Wow.
Because taxes and all. But I was
I'm sorry, but
yeah, that's amazing.
That's awesome. No, I would love to. Yeah, I'm gonna check that out.
Yeah, I'll have to send you James A. Norkowicz. We're actually working on getting another date for him to come on and hang out with us. But like, this is a guy who, let me see if I can get his profile. Like, he's one of these guys. Like, yeah, so I'm working on another album. It's we were big at this time. I'm working on another album, and then he starts naming these guys, and I'm like, why does that name sound familiar to me? He's like, oh yeah, he was the bassist for the band. What? like that kind of thing. You know what I mean? Like you're like the band.
Yeah.
Like he's like the surviving member right now. We used to hang out back in the day. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like guys, like I love because you're like this. Don't even start. You're like
Ah.
this. You'll be like, yes, I'm getting ready to go sing a song. Oh yeah, you're gonna go play drums on a song? Yeah, I'm just replacing this guy. Oh yeah, who you replace? You might have heard him, Lars Ulrich. I'm replacing him. This guy's busy, so they asked if I could just step in,
Yeah.
like the Lars. Like, yeah, he's got like a toe infection, so they asked if I could. Like, you do that, you do that, right?
No, he has like tennis elbow or something.
He's tennis elbow. He has tinnitus, a little tinnitus in his elbow.
Yeah.
You do that, you do that, right?
I don't know, man.
Bro, you 100%
Dude,
100% to them.
I'm,
Look,
I'm
you're the
sorry
awful-
that I scared off your guests.
Well, it was weird because Nathan's got like crazy storms going on out there, and I don't know what happened to Patrick. Patrick is amazing. He saw my message, and he was like, he disappeared on me, and I don't know what happened. He was like, I don't know what happened to Patrick. Patrick is amazing. Go follow Patrick W. You should watch his movie. You would love his movie.
Yeah.
It's on Tubi, and it's on I know it's on Tubi, and he told me it was on a couple on Net or Prime. You might have to pay for it. It's called Redgate.
Okay.
And he did this entire thing. He produced it himself, everything, but it's really pretty impressive what he's been able to do with it and pushing it out to people and getting his message out. But it's a paranormal kind of thing. And the first half of the movie is different from the second half of the movie. I love the second half of the movie. And it's all based in Montana. And it's super trippy.
Yeah.
The second half of the movie, you're like, what's going on here? And when you see who the killers are in the second half, you're like, oh, I need more of this. It's that good. It's really that good.
What is it? Redgate?
Redgate.
Okay.
Redgate.
Yeah.
And absolutely just badass. I love every bit. Like, my wife and I sat down and watched it. And like I said, the first half of it's more like a documentary kind of thing. And then the second half of it kicks in and you're like, whoa, this is really cool.
Oh, I dig that. Yeah, man.
Yeah, like the second half's more movie-ish.
Okay.
Compared to the first half. And it's really, really good, man. So go check that out. So you're going to be in Philly this weekend.
Philly this weekend. Yeah.
Can people still buy tickets to go see you in Philly?
Yes.
Where at? Where are you playing at?
I don't know. So what?
Like a true musician.
Look, listen. Tomorrow I jump on a plane with a few
Private?
other people.
Private.
Yeah.
Private plane.
Yeah. I'll be like spinning the rudder.
That
It's just like,
come on, guys, somebody push.
Yeah.
Can't do it by myself.
I know in New York, I think the place is called the Iridium in New York.
That actually sounds familiar.
Yeah. See, you wouldn't know if I told. I could be like, we're playing at Cosmic Palooza in Philly, and then you'd be like, oh yeah,
it's a good show. Cosmic
That's what I should have said.
Great show. You could have said it, and I'd been like, really, tell me more. And then I'd have made you explain the shit, and you'd be like, damn it.
Well, there's a stage, and then there's speakers.
Lots of music,
dude,
bro.
are you kidding me? I would have gone in. Yeah.
Oh, we'd have had to go fully in, full Metallica.
Yeah, Metallica all the way.
Yeah, I still got all those stickers.
Yeah, man.
Full blown
I
Metallica.
still have the T-shirt. I'm gonna wear this T-shirt this weekend, and I'm gonna send you a picture of it. And we're gonna. Yeah.
I made a new T-shirt. God, this is the problem when
Come on.
Isais and I get together. So I'm always on every Wednesday morning. I'm on this networking group, and it's just called Coffee and Connections. It's a local thing here in Albany. Great people on it, and we just kind of like, hey, I'll see you, Robert. I appreciate you, brother. When you do your retirement, if there's an actual ceremony or anything, please reach out to me. I would love to be there, or at least you and I need to sit down and have a drink. So this entire group, somehow there was a conversation about coffee or liquor or something and things being barrel aged. And we're all a bunch of old farts over our 40s, and no ceremony. Saturday is my first day of retirement. Then Robert, I salute you. This is for you. Enjoy that retirement, and I still owe you a drink here at the bar. What, you'll get to come to the house and we'll sit down and we'll drink. But somehow this whole thing, this term of being barrel aged showed up. Everything's barrel aged. So I created a t-shirt today, and all it is the front of an oak barrel, and it says, "I'm barrel aged."
Yes.
How great is that?
That's awesome.
Just as simple as that. Be like, I'm old.
Yeah.
I'm barrel aged.
Yeah, man.
Wouldn't that sound better than be like, I'm getting a little old? Just be like,
I love it.
Dude, I'm barrel aged.
Dude,
Everybody wants to be barrel aged.
I turned 40 in August, so maybe we can work something
August
out.
what?
31st. I'm on the back end of it.
That's all right. You know what?
Yeah. Yeah. So we'll with you going that first week in August, maybe, work something out. You're gonna be close to like the San Diego area, I assume.
Yeah, so I'm actually going. So his retirement's on Pendleton.
Okay.
So we're gonna do that. My cousin's out there. It could be it. I can't bring all the equipment. Dude,
we'll figure it out, man.
We'll figure it out because
fun.
I would love to introduce you to Sean Walchif also.
Yeah.
He owns Cali Comfort Barbecue.
Okay.
And the dude is a networking ninja. Like,
I've
known a lot of good networking guys, but have you ever heard of the app Toast?
Yeah.
He's like, he is their spearhead.
Okay. Yeah, dude.
And he's constantly out there talking about how restaurants can do this and they got to do that. We'll figure it out, but we got to get ready to jump off here. I got to figure out how I'm going to name this one. I'm just going to call this show Left Turn because nothing worked out. Like, did you know who I was supposed to have on?
No.
I was supposed to have on this guy named Jack Treadway, who was like a Navy SEAL. He in the 80s, he wrote a book with his memoirs, like all these like secret squirrel level stuff, investigator, covert ops, all this stuff. Like, I did all the work, and I don't blame the guy. He had a group that was supposed to make sure he was all set up. And maybe he's just too covert. He didn't show up.
Maybe he showed up and you don't even know.
Fucking. That could be it. You could be him. You could be him. It could happen.
I don't know.
So, ha! I would have got away with it if it wasn't for these damn. I could have got away with it if it wasn't for these damn kids.
Yeah. You went Scooby. I went Mission Impossible.
See, that's age right there. That's age right there. I'm thinking Scooby Doo. You're thinking Mission Impossible. God, I'm getting old. So, look, folks, if you're out there and which band are you playing with this weekend?
Leon
Rolling
the
Stones. Rolling Stones this weekend.
The Rolling Stones was last weekend. Leon the Third this weekend.
Leon the Third. Are you still doing? What was the North? God, you sent me a T-shirt. North. Oh
no. That was a friend's band.
Okay.
North by North.
North by North. I thought you played with them.
Yeah, no, they're Chicago, but you like the T-shirt, so I sent.
I love the T-shirt.
Yeah.
I love the T-shirt.
Yeah, man.
Look whose T-shirt I'm wearing today, though. Can you see it? Chris Stapleton.
Oh yeah.
One of the most amazing musicians' worst concerts, and it wasn't his fault. It wasn't his fault. And I don't blame him at all. What it was is the venue wasn't an open air venue.
Okay.
And they really need to physically, as odd as this is going to sound, raise their roof.
Sure.
Because the roof line is so low, you can't, even if you're in the grass, see the stage. And they have nothing but big screen TVs around it. And what ends up happening, oh, look, it's Budget Blinds of South Boston. I know them. Doreen, how are you, my dear? But you couldn't see the stage. And we went to go grab something to eat, and I kept looking. Everybody was staring at the bathroom. So weird. I'm like, why is everybody staring at the bathroom? And then I realized the reason they were staring at the bathroom was they had put 2 large monitors over the bathroom.
Oh,
And it was easier for people to stare at the monitors over the bathroom than it was to look at the stage behind them.
oh,
Do you know how
that's
horrible
big.
that is?
Yeah, man.
Especially for an artist at that level.
Yeah,
Like, we're not talking a bullshit artist. We're talking high level here.
yeah.
So, but everybody can see you in Philly this weekend. This is with one more
And New
time.
York,
And New York. That's on Saturday.
that's on Saturday, and the following weekend in
Richmond.
Virginia, in Browns Island.
I don't know where that is. Now I'm just going to tell you I don't know where anything is.
Yeah, in Richmond, Virginia. Yeah.
I know where Richmond is. I don't know where Browns Island is, though.
Right off of
95. Everything's off 95 there.
yeah, sure.
That's the easiest way you can describe it. It's right off 95. Oh, that makes
95. Yeah.
everything's off 95 there.
Yeah, man.
And
But
every
I
show
was
is going to be
thinking-
wearing a Metallica shirt.
And I'm going to be wearing a Metallica shirt with all the pit stains and everything. Let's go.
Someday, folks, him and I will get on here and we're going to explain to you the entire Metallica thing that
The
we came up with.
history.
It's an entire TV series.
Yep.
They should be superheroes.
Yeah, unfortunately, they couldn't get their credentials.
Right. Because they keep that's the best part of it. Like how would we get how quickly it's definitely Adult Swim.
Yeah, Adult Swim, their credentials, but their weapons are hidden in sombreros and their
We're adding
guitarones.
weapons into it now. And I just love the idea that they never realize how popular they really are because they're spending too much time trying to get across the border to make it big in the States, but they don't realize they've already made it big across the world. And
Yeah.
every time these agents and people try to find them, they can't because they're in like a coyote's truck, they're in the back
And
of
they're
a
trying to
van,
hide, thinking that they're after them.
and
But
then
they're
they get
after them in a different way.
right. And everybody's like, hey, have you seen these guys? And everybody's like, I don't know those assholes. Like, I don't know them.
Yeah.
But they're internationally, they're making like millions and they have no idea.
And they hide in different like little cities.
Oh, it's so
And
great.
they save the bandit, like the city from the bandits there.
Oh, bandidos. Got to be set.
Yeah.
Bandidos.
Bandidos. Yeah. And then
Oh,
they
you even said it right.
banditos.
Bandido. Would you not understand what I'm trying to tell you? That's the bandidos in our location. That was just amazing.
Dude, that's great.
You'd
Copyright this real quick because we're onto something.
Oh, it's so awesome. Where you go? So, all right, brother. We got it. You and I do this all damn night long.
Yeah.
Like it's actually getting dark where you're at now. I can see it.
Yeah.
All right. We're going to do this again. Folks, go follow Isais Gill. He's on Instagram. He's on TikTok. He's probably written on a urinal wall somewhere in Houston with his phone number says for a good time. Go follow him. Go follow Patrick W. Cutler, Redgate Films. The dude's amazing. Nathan Hardster, the Flock for the Ravens. Go follow what Nathan's got going on. All these guys. I've said this a million times. I've been doing this for about 4 years. I've maybe had a handful of times where a guest is kind of like ghosted us, didn't show up. And every single time I reach out to friends that I've made through this process, they jump on. We have an amazing time. It's probably a more fun show than what I was going to do before because it's not scripted. There's no conversation. We just giggle about shit like a bunch of fools and have an amazing time. Brother, I love you, man. You really have made this happen. Now, since you're the last man standing, and don't log off on me after this, since you're last man standing here, you know how this works. The guest always gets the final word. So what's the final word?
Well, love you, man. Thank you for letting me jump on. Final word. Go Ravens.
Be sure to push your stool in. This has been a Second Front podcast presentation found on Apple, Spotify, and wherever podcasts can be found.